Hello everybody, it's Dr. Zaino with 15-Minute Fuel. We're just in 15 minutes a day. Well, for your mind, your body, and your future. When we're waiting for everybody to get on, thank you so much for all the amazing comments and all the love that you've been sharing with episode 4. So if you have not watched episode 4 of We Are Heroes, please go after this. Make sure, and we'll put the links below. Make sure you watch it. Please comment. Give us your feedback because we are creating the show. You're on the journey with it. You're seeing it happen live time. Thank you once again for all the shares of 15-Minute Fuel. Hit their share button, hit the likes, a lot of thumbs up, lots of hearts. Always hit the share because when we have these 15-minute fuels, if you take anything out of these fuels, even if it's one thing I say or one question that opens up something in your heart and your mind, just think what it could do for somebody else. And if you feel that this fuel just livens up your day, just think, wouldn't it be great to liven up someone else's day as well? So it's a whole pay it forward. And just imagine an entire world being just 1% better each and every day. George, good to see you. Thanks for everybody coming on. Hey, Nick, good to see you guys. I'm going to wait till we get some more and we'll start. Mark Randall, thank you for sharing already. I appreciate the shares. Remember when you share, it's like giving me a big hug and a fist bump. All right, Rob, good to see you. Good to see you guys. Instagram, you're on here as well. Thank you so much for watching this, and then we'll answer your questions as well. We're doing all over. I got cameras and phones all over the place. So, all right. Hey, Courtney, good to see you. Glad you're there. So today, I'm going to answer some of your questions. One was this. There's actually 2 questions. I'm going to bring them together because I think they fit perfectly. If you do have any questions, write it here. We'll answer them. And if you're watching this and it's not live, it's okay. I have a 100% engagement rate. I will always answer your questions. It's me answering. And I purposely put things when I write back to you that you know it's me, because I know kind of the inside jokes I'll throw at you guys sometimes. Hey, Jenny, good to see you. Hey, Dr. Jeff. Oh, I hope you're having a blessed day too. So 2 questions. One was, I believe it was Letitia. She's like, actually talk on how you interpret and know about your visualizations. There's many forms, so to hear yours would be great. So I talked about when it comes to sticking with your goals or your dreams or moving forward, I'm a big one about visualization, but I do it slightly different than what you might read in the books. I believe when you're going through the journey, like right now we're doing the hero journey with the Act 3 of my life. When we're going through the journey, how do you keep on going when you hit roadblocks, when you have tough times? It's because we talked about yesterday, instead of grieving your potential, I want you to embrace your potential. Instead of being depressed is what the opposite of expression. So instead of looking at somebody else and admiring what they've achieved, and I think that's okay too, you could do that, but what's even more powerful is if there's a way where you could actually be inspired by your own self and what you think you could achieve, right? So I'm way more inspired. Imagine seeing yourself in the future, let's say, doing the things you would love to do, right? Start there. Your next act, your next journey. Picture yourself months down the road doing it, whatever that is. See yourself, feel that, and literally be inspired by you doing it. Nothing's going to hit home better than that, because if you don't, if you look at somebody on TV, an actress, an actor, or someone doing a Facebook Live, you're going to see, well, that's cool for them. I wish I can do that someday like them. And what you're doing, and I used the statement before, metaphorically, you're shaking your fist at your creator saying, why didn't you make me like somebody else? Right? So it is almost when you're saying, I wish I was like that other person or doing what they were doing or have what they had, you're literally in a state of lack. It's not going to work. But if you get excited about your dream and vision, so a couple things, and I'll tell you how I do it, and I'll tell you how how you can take practical steps to do it, and you'll love it, you'll enjoy it. So the first thing I would do is I'll use what I'm doing right now. So, and I'll show you how it worked in the past. It always used to be when I used to speak, I used to picture myself on stage, how I'm speaking, feeling the crowd, how you're taking what I'm telling you guys, the clothes I was wearing, the applause afterwards. I would literally see that and work on it in my mind over and over again. It got to the point where it became emotionally attached to it. Like I would literally see it, feel it to the point I would get goosebumps. Then I would see it some more, because you did it daily, I would get to the point where I would get emotional. All right. And so I know when I hit the point where I saw it, where I was able to dream, and how do you do it? You think like a kid. See, even though I'm the youngest I have half brothers and half sisters, I was raised like an only child, so I just remember sitting and playing and imagining and daydreaming like a kid. So I still daydream like a child. In fact, some of the greatest characteristics of billionaires who are doing amazing things, they think like a kid. They literally sit down and daydream, but what they do is they hire everybody to come together and they actually make it happen. So the same thing, you daydream like a child. And I always ask, how cool would it be? And so there I'm on stage. I always say right now, so, I'm working there. So I'm on a platform in front of thousands of people delivering this hero message that you guys, you have already proved it to be something to hit home. Now, like after yesterday, I picture myself speaking about, you're not depressed, you're just grieving your potential. And I'm seeing the whole crowd get it. Like I threw a heavy medicine ball at them. And I just see the people crying and understanding it. I see people being set free. So that's what I see. So when it becomes emotional, and I'm doing it live for you, see, when you see the vision and it creates an emotional physiological response, that is, right now, your subconscious is wired. That's why I know it's going to happen. See, everybody's like, how do you know it's going to happen? Or what's it going to look like? I don't know. But I know subconsciously, my subconscious innate, it's already there. I have an emotional connection to the outcome, and I know it's going to win. I know we're going to be successful. I know it's going to turn out. And I'm excited now on the journey because we don't know how we're going to get there, but I know it's going to happen. And the reason why we're documenting this, and we have the guys videotaping it, because what I'm talking about right now, we're going to have on film the day that happens. I'm going to see it. You're going to see it just the way I saw it. You're going to see me cry and get emotional just the way I am now, because it literally became a self-fulfilling prophecy. And this is not voodoo, and this is not the secret. It is what it is. It's this. When you have a goal written down, you write down the goal. I want to have this. That's not very deep. What I mean is, but when you write down the goal and you see the goal, you become the goal, and it literally becomes a part of your soul, and you feel it to the point where you could get emotional. That's deep. And that's a deep why. That's a deep drive. And this is why. And that pulls me through whatever circumstances I have to go through. So I remember when I was, and I'll tell you the practical ways on how to do it, but I remember when I was getting ready for the, well, first of all, before I do that, now, I'm not going to get emotional about anything. Like, oh, I'm visualizing what I'm going to cook for dinner tonight. I'm not going to get emotional with that. So this is why you first have to find out, what is it, that thing you want to do? What is that dream that you did have? So it has to be something that you want and you really desire, and I don't want to say passion, your pride about. You're proud of yourself that it would be great to accomplish this. So it has to be something you love. So when you pick that, then you daydream like a kid to visualize it. So this is why I could see, last year, so when I'm getting ready for my contest, doing the Mr. Universe over 35, so I'm doing that, and so the thing is, I'm on the treadmill, I'm on the thing, and I'm visualizing in the morning, and I see myself, in the beginning of the visualization, watch this, your vision changes, because in the beginning, my confidence of actually making it happen wasn't there, meaning that I was hoping for the top 5, right? So follow me here. So, you got to be number 1. So the top 5, I saw myself getting top 5. I felt that, in my mind. And as I got more and more into the prep, into ready, into do my cardio, everything in my life, then I was top 3, top 2. Then I was top 1. Then I saw myself getting called. So the visualization progressed as well, the more I paid attention to it on a daily basis. Then I was being called number 1. I was getting my hand raised with the trophy. Whitney was over there because I had bought her seats, so I knew where she was sitting. So in my mind, I knew where she would be. So this all happened here first, to the point where I would literally be weeping on a treadmill thinking about the end goal. I got it into my subconscious. It was me. It was, because when you have an emotional physiological response, your body takes it as it already happened, right? I mean, if you jumped out and said boo and I got scared, I had a physiological response. My body perceived it as real. So you could visualize to the point where your body feels it as real. And so then all you have to do is know that it's there and lock on it and go. The hero thing, the same way. So everything I did, I focused on that. Some really good tips to help the visualization, because again, this is not some wacky voodoo stuff. By the way, thumbs up, share this. This is great. Let's talk about the practical. Number 1, it has to be something that you really want. Not a nice try, not as something that actually, that you choose to have. Not something that like, it's not a someday thing, meaning that, oh, someday, when the circumstances change, this is going to come into my life. Circumstances are not going to change. It doesn't matter the president. It doesn't matter the stock market. Guess what? 10 years from now, things are going to be pretty much just as good or bad as they are now. So it's not the circumstances. It's got to be something that you desire. So if you want to be a musician, perfect example, see yourself playing in front of a crowd. Or if you want to help serve people in another country, at Africa or something like that, see yourself serving people. So it has to be something that it's always been a desire of your heart, but you feel, well, someday it'll happen once I get ahead, or once I could get out of this job, then I'll be doing that. See, that's the problem. That's what's holding you back. So you start dreaming or visualizing of it. The best ways to do it, to get an emotional response, there has to be a physical component. Meaning, I realize that sometimes at the gym, when I'm at the gym, and this is mainly for the hero thing. I'll even get into it. I'll probably lose it again. But, I'll be at the gym, and usually if I'm by myself, I'll have my music on. So I have the music's already inspiring me, right? Music inspires you. So that's getting your emotions up. Then I'm exercising, so that's firing off my brain receptors, right? All that exercise, that's stimulating the brain. And then when I'm in there, I'm inspired through exercise, through the music, and then I start daydreaming. I remember I was in between sets doing calves. So here I'm in between sets doing calves, and then I saw myself speaking, doing my hero presentation, and there's Sylvester Stallone, and there's just people that really mean something in my life, and it's just all those people in the front crowd nodding, because I'm hitting them. So like you see, it happens. So you visualize it till you get there. And so here I am in between a set of calves, like crying a little bit because I'm making the vision so real. And in my life, and the reason why I could do it much more effectively now, and if you're sitting here saying, how the hell is he getting there? It's because I've done it. I've practiced it for so long, and I've seen it happen so many times in my life that it's not a weird thing. It's an actual practice that you can do. So the first time might be weird, right? The second time might be weird, but once you see, well, wait a second. I caught my son Titus in the tub the way I saw it. I built a practice the way I saw it. I have a life the way I saw it because instead of writing it down, I made it a part of my physiology. So here, like I said, I see myself speaking, or you guys, whatever that is you want to do, see yourself, get it to the point where it becomes a happy, it's not sad, a happy emotional thing. Because now when you made it physiological, if you could take your vision and your idea and your dream and feel that, then it is so deep in your subconscious. It's beyond your brain. You took it from the thought, from your brain, and you drilled it in your heart. And that's where things are going to happen. That's when the goal, because now I'm inspired. So this is also going to what we said yesterday. So in thinking of your dream, getting to the state of emotion, and it's not fake emotion, it's real, I see it, I feel it, then I am inspired by myself to hit that. Do you understand? So I'm inspired by the genius in me to hit that. That's how it's done. And so now in anything in my life, when I do that, and I get to that point, the reason why, how can I talk and I start to cry so easily? Because I see it and I feel it. And that inspires me to keep on going. When things get tough, I'm going to keep on going because I know how it's going to turn out. I already saw it. Now, it might not turn out exactly. The plan might not turn out exactly that you thought, but the unknowns will get you to that point where we'll be able to look back. And I'm documenting this stuff for a reason. Why am I documenting it? To show you that this is success. This is how it works in your life. So then you could be inspired to say, wow, it happened. And you could see it happen live time. And then if that could just allow you to give your own self permission to be able to pursue your goals and your dreams, to start dreaming like a child again, and having fun and laughing and crying over something or getting emotional over something that you truly want in your life and you could do it, then that's all worth it. It's all given back. So if you enjoyed that, just give some thumbs up, some big hearts, share that one. I'm not going to get to the next one. The next one was commitment and follow through. I will. Commitment and follow through. How do we develop the mindset, and how long does it take to achieve your level of mindset? Well, commitment and follow through is one thing. A hero makes a decision. That's what it is. And a decision is made in a split second. You make the decision and you go. So as far as the second question, how do we develop it and how long does it take to achieve the level of mindset? It takes 1 split second. When you say I choose, you made the decision and then you go forward. That's how you stay committed. Heroes make a decision and they go out all committed. In fact, 99% in is a lie. You got to be 100%. So whatever it is you choose to do, go 100% in, because if you're 99%, that's a lie. Go 100% in. And heroes don't always want to wake up and save the world, but the reason why they're heroes is because they go out and they do it anyway. All right, so let's go to questions and comments here. Like it, share it, and I'll add them. Let's see what we got. Hey, Instagram. All right, so thank you everybody for going on. Don't forget to watch episode 4. Episode 5 to We Are Heroes is going to be out Wednesday, tomorrow. Now, just to give you a sneak peek, Wednesday, this episode tomorrow, you're going to see the start of this journey. You're going to see me meeting with Roberto Monaco. It's very powerful. And you're going to see the pain of starting this unknown. So you're going to actually see me talking and working with Roberto. And also there's more humor in this one. I think you'll really enjoy it, especially the beginning. They did a great job on it. Hey, Mom. All right, Derek-san, good to see you. We get to some questions. All right, thank you so much. Anybody don't want to die with? Oh, I love this. Marla says this: don't want to die with my music still locked up inside me. All right. Suggestion on how to improve the words and questions we use in our self-talk. There's a great book called Conscious Language. I don't know the author of it. Dr. Mick Mahan told me to get it. And you would not believe, it's literally a virus in our language. What we say, there's a virus in our language pattern. It's called conscious, right guys, conscious language. Look it up. It's a pink book with like the Leonardo da Vinci guy on it, you know, the man like that. Look it up. It's great. It's called Conscious Language. And it just shows you, literally, we have to, it's gonna feel like you're learning another language because of how the errors in our speech are causing us to have destroyed self-talk. That's why I told Whitney, listen, start teaching this to Justice at 10 and Titus when he starts to read at 4. Start reading that now, because at least it would be like them learning Russian now or Mandarin now. It's easier for them to learn it now. I have to literally retrain everything. So it's going to take time. I'm sharing your message. Thank you, guys. All right, let's go to the questions. Awesome content. Love the videos. Thanks, Sam. Thanks for sharing, everybody. Emmett, thank you so much. Brian Hooten, good to see you, bud. Brian Hooten said this: I see it, believe it. Would you say that if it does not bring an emotional response, that is not a big enough dream? That's a great question, Brian. I think I like to tell from experience that the greatest accomplishments in my life, I weep over. You know, I mean, it means so much to me that it becomes an emotional response. Otherwise, I think it's more of a good idea and a nice to have. So instead of a nice idea or a good to have, when it's something, but I think the idea has to have all your core values in there. You know, I think when it's aligned with your core values and it's aligned with the vehicle and you're on the right lane, you put those things together, it really brings the genius out. You get in that flow state. All right, man. Thank you, Doc, always for wearing your emotions on your sleeve. I appreciate you and always speaking from the heart. You bet. Let's see. If you're new to this. Okay, here we go. Julie has a great idea. She goes, if you're new to this, one way to start is to borrow the emotion from a previous experience and visualize yourself in that experience that made you proud and re-feel all those emotions. Sweet. Did you hear that, what Julie said? So you could look back in your life when you were in that point and almost like it inspired you. It could be the birth of that child. It could be an accomplishment you have, and feel that, bring that back, and then leverage that. Again, be inspired by yourself. All right, last one right here. It says, let me see. Hey, Ryan, Dr. Sam says this: can I suggest you put up links of names of supplements or products that you recommend, or if you have done so already? All right, Sam, what I'll do is I'll do a show on that. It's so funny for the chiropractors on here, and Sam, you're one of them. Hooten, if you're watching this, Dr. Sam's question is like me ripping to talk, and he's asking, how's that work with Medicare? That's an inside joke to chiropractors. You'll get it. Sam will actually do a show on that. Well, in closing, guys, once again, thank you so much for 15-minute fuel. Where our goal in 15-minute fuel for all of our lives is to be able to feed your mind, your body, and your future. Don't forget, share, love, like. Episode 5 of We Are Heroes will be live tomorrow. What do you think, guys? Around 12:30?
Yeah,
12:30. You're going to love it. Please comment. Let me know how you like it and share this with everybody. Be on Instagram. I'm on there too. Twitter, Snapchat. Let's have fun. Let's do it together. God bless.